the reunion come into being for the soldiers get together. That's what it was organized for. It's for the benefit of the old soldiers that was in the Civil War.
Oh.
And now then it's called the Old Settlers Reunion. Now then it's just the reunion crowd. But we lived at Greenwood when it was first organized. My dad did. And when we went to the reunion, we come in a wagon, covered wagon. Well, we moved to Denton County. My daddy and his daddy-in-law, my granddad, leased a big cotton farm in Denton County. And we moved over there to that. I was born over there. Well, my oldest sister was born there. We lived there several years. But when the reunion come off, we'd load up the wagon, put the covers on it, and come over and spend 2 days and 2 nights at the reunion ground. Wise County Reunion. Old settlers then, it was old ex-soldiers. And there was a bunch of them. The old boys that had served in the Civil War were still alive then. And that woods out there, the reunion ground, was full of horses and covered wagons and little fires that they'd be able to cook their meals on. And now then they don't do that. They got camps, but they got electric devices to cook their meals and so on inside. But now then it's just reunion ground. They'd always have a rodeo there back when I was a boy. They do now, but they don't have it during the reunion. But during the reunion we had it every day, a big rodeo. And old man Gus Pickett was, his daddy was a colonel in the Civil War. And Gus was the old man's boy. Well, he was a big leader of the rodeo. And I knew him real well, knew him all my life. And we was just big old barefooted boys running around the reunion ground seeing what we could get into. And we'd be down where they'd have the rodeo stock going on. He'd come by and say, "George, get some of the boys together and get these boys some drinking water." Said they get thirsty down here. Well, we'd grab their water containers and take off. We got there, there'd always be a line of people waiting. There's several different hydrants, but there's always plenty of people hunting water, and we'd have to wait until they got around and we got access to one of the hydrants. We wouldn't wait for that. We'd just dip it out of the horse trough and go back down where and put a little ice in it as they went by, and then he'd tell us we could get in the rodeo with anything. We got in to see the show. Well, that didn't suit because we couldn't be still long enough to see a show. We'd have one of the boys to get out and come around the front, tell the keeper of the gates that there's folks in there and they're fixing to go home and they need the boys out. Well, they'd tell us, get around us up, and we'd come out and they'd give us 50 cents a piece and we'd let us to go home. And we'd already paid to see the rodeo, and they just give us their 50. That's what it cost, 50 cents. They'd give us their 50 cents back, and we didn't have 50 cents. But anyhow, we got 50 cents. And all six donkeys that is what we played. One time they had a big show there and had a athletic show. And there's wrestlers, and always somebody in the community that wrestle one of those carnival boys. Well, we didn't want to see that. They didn't have tops on their tents. They just stake them down and then pull the set of up around the show, they'd set of curtains. And if you could see over the top of it, well, we'd climb a tree out sort of by that. There's lots of trees there. Set up in the tree and watch the show. The old boy found that out. One night we was bunch of us was down there, and they'd have a big boxing match. That was, instead of a wrestling match, they was going to have a boxing contest. Well, we got up in one of those trees down there, several of us, and had front seats, so we really had it easy. Well, the next night they was going to have the same thing. Well, we went back all prepared. We knew what we was going to do, so we went out on the climbed this tree, and that old monkey that owned the show had put axle grease all on the trunk of the tree. we looked like we'd been, well, I don't know, it just ruined our clothes. So the next night then they's having wrestling again. We got down there, there's 7 or 8 of us that run together and always into some kind of meanness. We sharpened our knives real sharp, and when they got in there and got the show started, and was just having a lot of fun. We had a certain signal. We all give a signal, and all of us cut the rope that we was close to it. And that whole thing fell in on the people that all the show people.
What kind of food did they have at the early reunions?
Huh?
What kind of food did they have?
Well, they had local people now, but set up back then. They don't do that anymore. But back then, they had places that people from town that put up hamburger joint or sandwich joint and make sandwiches, and people could buy that. But most of the time, people camped up there. They had open fire where they cooked their meals on little griddles over the fire. But local people would put up stands where you could buy a sandwich or buy a hamburger or buy a lunch in daytime. But now they don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Okay, that's